selling chocolate and flowers. Tamara currently goes to UBC, attending the Sauder Commerce School of Business. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Tamara.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. My name is Tamara Sachs, and tonight I'm going to do my first speech, the icebreaker. So I'm going to tell you about myself. I was born in 1987 in Jerusalem, Israel. Very interesting city. My family consists of mother that is South American, very hot-blooded from Chile, and a father who is the way opposite of the scale, South African from Cape Town. They met while working in Hilton Hotel in Jerusalem. My mother was a receptionist. My dad was an accountant. She laid her eyes over him, and he was doing that, basically. That was it. So they dated 2 weeks, got married after 3 months, and 9 months later, my twin brothers were born. And basically my mother thought, okay, this is it, like this is too much for me to handle. However, 6 years later, she had an epiphany. She thought, I want a baby girl, and here I am today. So growing up, most of my family were adults, so I kind of became very mature for my age, both physically and emotionally. And although I was really happy socially, I had lots of friends, I always felt like I was the big sisters of everyone. So when I reached the age of 16, I came to my parents and I said, this is enough, I don't kind of like high school so much. I'm going to quit, going to do night school where they kind of teach you for the exams, and I'm going to work during the day. Of course, they were very unhappy about that. They did not want me to go through that, but I listened to my heart, and eventually it turned out to be one of my most successful decisions I've made in life. All my best friends up to this day are from there, and also the guy who happened to be afterwards the love of my life. So what basically happened was when I reached the age of 18, now let me tell you a side story here. My mother got married when she was 19, and I would tease her all our life of like, you're such an old-fashioned woman, you got married so young, why did you do that? I'm not going to even think about it before the age of 30. Now let me tell you, karma has its revenge on you, you know? I'm kind of like met the guy at the age of 18, 2 weeks before I got recruited to the army, which is what we do in Israel. I did not want to date a guy back then at all, but guess what? It was love at first sight. So we started dating. I went on into the course in the army. I studied to be a paramedic. Now here's another advice. If God forbid something happened to any of you here, don't count on me because I'm most likely going to faint. So that's going to happen. So I did the paramedic course. It was very intense. And 6 months later, I finally finished it. I'm deeply in love. And the guy tells me I got the job of my dreams. It involves going to Angola, Africa. So I'm sure he's going to break up with me and it's over. But apparently he tells me, you're the love of my life. If you want to go, let's go. If not, I'm staying with you. And I'm a very adventurous. So of course I said, yes, let's do it. So he shoot off to Africa to start work there. I was planning all the wedding arrangements, everything by myself for 6 months. He basically flew into our wedding. So again, like the way I do things in life, not really highly suggested to try at home. But apparently it did turn out okay, because we got married. A week later we went to Angola. That was our honeymoon basically. We were living there for 2 years. It was one of the most memorable, exciting experiences I've had in my life. We were living in a house with 12 Brazilians. Lots of parties and barbecue, let me tell you, it was really good times. And I have to say that when you live in a third world country, you appreciate life differently. You see things that we kind of take for granted in the Western world, and all of a sudden you realize it's not, running water is not something that we have fun out there. So I'm really grateful for that experience. So finally, after 2 years, we finished our relocation position there, went back home, settled in a nice apartment, and guess what? Got an offer from Vancouver. So at that point, it was kind of like, do we really want to do that? You know, we already settled in. But again, I'm adventurous. I find it very hard to say no. So I was like, let's pack it all again and come here. So we arrived here on October 31st, 2008, which I don't know if any of you know, but it was the worst winter Vancouver had in many years. It was the roughest economy there was, but we made it. It was a bumpy ride. I'm happy. I made very valuable friendships here. So I'm pleased I made that ride. And to just recap everything, I want to tell you that people thought I'm insane when I left high school. People thought I'm mad when I married when I'm 19 with someone I kind of met like 5 minutes ago. People thought I'm crazy when I left to Africa and when I left to Vancouver. But guess what? It all turned for the best. So please listen to your hearts, be true to yourself, and remember that this is your journey